The hydrogen atom in the quantum mechanics. Friends, I understand that every man of science should first be honest and faithful to the truth. And for that reason, and even though I disagree with almost everyone, I have the obligation to expose my truth, or my vision if you want. After 40 years of reviewing and writing about physics and cosmology, I have the vision and conviction that some sciences are totally manipulated, perhaps by extra scientific interests, to such a degree and in such a way that some seem like a real mockery of the scientific world. And this is the case of quantum mechanics. Hundreds and hundreds of examples can be given, but to simplify, let's look at some of the first in which quantum mechanics expanded. The hydrogen atom and the superposition of states in particles. They tell us, with crude examples like Schrödinger's cat, that in the microcosm the particles are in a state of superposition, that is, with two or more states at the same time. Let's remember, a live cat and a dead cat at the same time. But for example in the hydrogen atom, see drawing, the electron must be anywhere on the atomic periphery, until we observe it. Therefore, and while we do not measure it, the electron is in superposition in all possible situations, that is, trillions of positions at the same time. Therefore at each moment, the electron occupies all of the atomic space. Therefore at all times, the mass of the electron occupies the entire atomic space, and thus it would be gigantic. But also, being in all positions at the same time, this electron would have no movement. All the particles of the microcosm would be in the same way, in infinite states of superposition, without movement, and waiting for a human to analyze them to move. Therefore, chemical, atomic or molecular reactions could not occur, since for this the electrons would have to be changed from one real site to another real site, and they would no longer be in superposition. So as we see, at this point of superposition and at all others, quantum mechanics is a fantasy, contradictory to itself, and lacking all logic and possibility of being executed. However, millions of physicists are stuffed with it, who seem to be hypnotized, repeating proposals that are implausible to any critic. The only real support for quantum mechanics is its maintenance by continuous propaganda of false evidence, and above all by ensuring miraculous discoveries in the future, which of course then fail in practice, like the incredible quantum computers. For me that is a shame, but I understand that we are all free to accept what we want, but at the same time, we are also responsible for what you do. Thank you and sorry to the believers of these mathematical fantasies.